Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Proverbs 16. The proverb today is, you can't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, this one comes up a lot. Let's take a look at the note. This proverb is used to express the idea that you cannot really know what someone is like, or maybe even something is like, by only looking at a person's appearance or by only looking at something's appearance. That's the idea of like originally a book. I mean, of course, the publishing company will try to make the book, the outside look very exciting or eye-catching, but that does not mean that the material inside will really be that interesting or that exciting to read. So that's what I mean. You can't judge a book by its cover. All right, let's take a look at the first example here. Did you ever see photos of Albert Einstein? He often looks like a crazy person. All right, this example is an A-B, so A just said that. And then B, of course, might say, well, you can't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, even though he was an inventor, he was kind of eccentric. He very rarely groomed himself. His hair is often messy. He always had that photo where he was sticking his tongue out, and yeah, in his photos, sometimes he really looks like a crazy person. But that would be an example. We would say you can't judge a book by a cover because he was a genius. He was very smart. He said a lot of smart things. Actually, I even sometimes cover some of his quotes. All right, let's take a look at it. Number two. In the old movie Shallow Hal, yeah, it's a bit old now. It's well over 10 years, maybe it's close to 15 years old now. Shallow Hal, the character played by Jack Black, the comedian. Yeah, this was one of his funnier movies many years ago. Eventually learned the lesson that you should not judge a book by its cover. Yeah, if you've never seen this movie, it's one of the good old comedies. I would actually even recommend to look it up on YouTube or someplace and watch it over. When he was young, I guess, at the beginning of the movie, I think his father was dying, and his father supposedly gives him, we sometimes say pearls of wisdom, don't settle for second best, always go for the best. And so his whole young life, he's always trying to get these women that are probably out of his league. He tries to get women that are like model material, and he was just kind of average looking at best and a little fat. So he's not going to have an easy time getting women like this. But one day he meets, he's on an elevator, the elevator breaks down, and he meets an inspirational speaker who, I think I've told you about him. He was an inspirational speaker in real life. Tony Robbins, I think, was his real name. But he plays an inspirational speaker in the movie, and he tries to help Jack Black by actually hypnotizing him. And he tries to hypnotize him to see inner beauty. So anytime he sees a woman that is beautiful on the inside, to him it will look like a physically attractive woman. So after that, it was very easy for him to find women. Of course, in real life, they were really very ugly or not really that attractive, but he's seen them as very beautiful women. So he was having a great time thinking that he was dating and all these beautiful women were actually attracted to him. Very funny movie, actually. But by the end of the movie, he realizes he fell in love with a woman that was supposed to be very, very fat. Actually, it was played by Gwyneth Paltrow, who was wearing a fat suit. Yeah, but he learns the lesson that, inside she was a really good person. And he fell in love with the inner beauty that was inside. So it's a perfect example of the idea, like, you can't judge a book by its cover. Okay. Anyway, I hope you got it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.